Hi everyone, and welcome to Billy Fitzgerald Golf. And today I want to go over my 5 steps to making a complete golf swing. So the first one we're going to start out with is your hands and your grip and how it makes the face work. So right away, our first kind of concern or order of business is path and face. So the path of the club, here I've got my target line. The path of the club is going around me in a circle, so it's on a tilted circle. So that would be the path of the club. The face of the club, when it's square to that, would be 90 degrees. So it would be in line when it's halfway back. It's in line with my spine angle, and it's still 90 degrees to that path, and it comes in and hits the ball, and then it exits left, and you can see it's still 90 degrees. So relative to the path, that face is square. Relative to the target line, when I do that, the face is actually opening and then closing. So we got to get our hands on the club face correctly to make these things work. So your left hand, how your left hand goes on the club, if my arm just hangs in its shoulder socket, that's how my hand needs to line up. Okay, because what's going to happen is that the weight of the club is going to pull on my arm when it hits the ball. And we want to make sure that that face is square relative to what that arm looks like. The other reason is how this lever works. If I were to hit a baseball, right? I want this part of my hand hitting with impact, so it can brace and it can take that hit. So with my left hand, it goes right in the fingers on the other side of my knuckles, and my hand works on top here. So now when you look at that with just left hand only, as I lever the face back, it's going up the path, it matches my spine angle, it goes into the ball, right? And now it releases. So we'll get to how the hand works here in a second, but just so you can see how that path works. If my hand was, let's say, very weak or even under, what would happen is the face would be opening severely and then having to twist and then closing severely over here. So that's just not as efficient. So it would be like throwing a ball. If that face is twisting like that, it would be like throwing a ball like this, right? Rather than throwing a ball like this. Here I can throw at any speed that I want. I know where it's going to go. Here I have to slow my hand way down to make sure that the ball kind of goes where I want it to go. The minute I add speed, it could go anywhere. It's the same thing in golf. That's why you want to feel like the face of the club. While we want speed in it, we want stability in it as well. So that's why it's really important that your left hand gets on that club. Now when your left hand is on the club properly and it can swing the club back and forth on that arc, here comes my right hand, which is my thrower, this is exactly what I want it to do. This is what my right hand does in the swing. It loads, it comes back and hits and throws. So it's going to go on the side of the grip. So it matches the face of the club, but it's not going to be on top, it's not going to be underneath, it's going to be right on the side of the grip. So my hands, when they fit on the club, they're sitting here like this. Okay, so this is how my hands are working. Back, forth, back, forth. So you can see that this arm is stable when it's swinging. It's not twisting. This arm, back, forth. It's not twisting. It's not twisting all over the place. So we've got to get control over the face. So again, to review the grip, it's in my fingers on top. In my fingers again, my right hand pulls my left thumb into my lifeline of my right hand. Okay, so they each have a job. This is my thrower, right? So my right hand's doing this with the club. See how it's making the club. See, it loads my wrist. And the club is still in the same spot and it hits. It doesn't matter what hand I do this with, which is obviously very important. It doesn't matter which hand I use, the club face is doing the same thing. It's working up and down the plane line, square to that plane. Okay, so when I put both hands on, what are my hands doing? Okay, so in the backswing, my left hand is flat, my right hand is cupped. And then I hit, and the weight of the club goes through. And now my right hand, right, is flat and my left hand is cupped. You'll see that over and over again with things in the golf swing. Whatever happens over here, the opposite happens over here. Just the reverse. but it's just flipped. So what I'd have you do to get this feeling of what we want to do and what you want the face to feel like. So if I just stood here with one arm and I'm facing the camera here, I'm just like I'm throwing a ball or I'm bowling, right? My right hand swings back, hits the ball, but there's no twist. I don't open the face and try to time it and close it. My hand never leaves the target, okay? So the face is very stable. That's exactly what I want to happen in the golf swing. So again, when I get my hands on there and I swing them back and forth, I can feel my right wrist cup over here, my left wrist cup over here, my left hand flat over here, my right hand flat over here. So to give you an idea of what that feels like and how soft you want to be, you turn the club upside down and you swing it back and forth. And now I'm feeling with the correct grip, as the weight of the grip goes back here, it makes my wrist react. As the weight of the grip goes over here, it makes my wrist react. So now I'm going to turn the golf club around and the head of the golf club is going to feel very heavy to me. Okay, so now I've got my grip here, so I let the weight of the club move my wrist back and forth. Okay, my arms are moving a little bit, but it's mostly with my hands. My body's not doing much yet. So I let the weight of the club go back, I let the weight of the club go through. The ball goes straight down the target line because my grip is correct. The face never left the path. And so I didn't have to do anything to make the ball go straight, because my hand, when it's coming down towards the ball, see, it's looking right at the target. I'm not coming into the ball like this with the face wide open. So you can see what that looks like. See, if my hand is way underneath the golf club, the face is wide open, and then I have to twist and hope that I time it right. Again, you add speed to that, and we're probably in pretty big trouble. When I came down into the ball, my hand looks like this, and I just run the face into the ball, and the ball goes where the face tells it. So step one, make sure your grip's right. Make sure your hands are working correctly. So this is all about your hands, the club face, the path of the club face. So this is huge. This is number one. Get stability, get control over the club face. For more tips like these or to schedule a live lesson, visit me at BillyFitzgeraldGolf.com.